So we're installing a Cobra Jet manifold on my car. But with 18s, the hood's a little lower than the 15 through 17, so you run into a bunch of clearance issues with the Cobra Jet manifold, so you have to buy lower motor mounts or adjustable motor mounts. And we thought it would be a breeze to install them, but it's not turning out to be as easy as we anticipated because I already have long tubes installed in my car, so reaching the passenger side motor mount is kind of a pain in the butt. So currently we think our only resort is to just drop this subframe so we can easily access the motor mounts, but that's not something I wanted to do, so
same.
So here we go. This was supposed to be like a super easy, quick install. But yeah, so I guess you guys can see the pain we have to go through to put a Cobra Jet on an 18.
Slow pan over. Hey.
It would have been simple had Ford not used 1,800 pounds of Loctite on every single bolt.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not okay.
Alright, hand me
We need to get some Mustang hoodies because people keep commenting on how we always have our LSX stuff on. Yeah, but
I don't even have a Mustang hoodie.
But I'm like,
And I have an actual Mustang fan.
but there's like, oh, shut up. But seriously, where would I even look to find Mustang hoodies though? I don't want them. I don't want something weird.
video?
What?
Isn't your dad?
Stop! I don't want that starting to be on the video.
That sounds like it's just jumping up.
I know, that sounds like real shop work.
It's very cold in your thing that's not helping whatsoever.
I'm throwing money at the problem. Fix it! Where's my dollar?
Fix it. It worked.
Oh, it worked.
Lowering 3, 2, 1.
So we got the new motor mounts in, but we had to drop the entire subframe to get them in. But they're in now. Another one's over there. Now we're just gonna raise this back up and hope everything lines up again.
Hey.
So, word of advice for anybody who is thinking about doing these after a header install: don't. This top primary of the headers made this endeavor so much harder than it needs to be. So if you think that you want to do a Cobra Jet install and you know that you're going to have to do drop mounts, do them before headers or at the same time. Preferably at the same time, because what we just went through was such a hassle. So we're going to tighten these back down, get the car on the ground, and then we will start the actual fun of the Cobra Jet install, which I believe we figured out will be the first Cobra Jet install on an 18 video.
I haven't seen any online.
So if anyone else has an 18 and wants to do this and is looking for a little bit of a guide,
A very rough guide.
a very rough guide, we're here to hopefully guide you in the right direction. Board performance is instructions, reference bolts that we did not get, specifically self-tappers. So before we just send them in and hope that they aren't too long, we're going to take the throttle body off and confirm that they are not too long and that they won't shoot through into creating a giant vacuum leak. So we bought a set of self-tapping screws, Harbor Freight. So we're going to use some shorter ones instead, because nobody likes thinking that you might create your own special vacuum leak. Ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, so these long guys are going to be the standoffs for the fuel rails. So we'll just put them into place now. These are going to be your injector bosses. These three are your other intake manifold bolts, supplemented by those. And then these two standoffs up here are going to be for this bracket, which holds the heater core rail up neatly. So let's pull your fuel rail off of your other intake manifold now.
Kind of 6 intake manifold bolts in sequence shown in stage 2 in 2 stages, tight into 10 millimeters or 89 foot-pounds. And you do the middle one, middle one, rear, rear, front, front. Okay, then tighten in the same order an additional 45 degrees. They're way longer.
No way.
Just so you know.
Yeah,
then you
right.
do the fuel rail.
Front,
Front,
back, back.
yeah. To 10 Newton meters.
Additional 90 degrees. Alright, so we just finished torquing. This battery's dying, so we're gonna figure out if we can plug it in. And we'll put on throttle body next.
Where's the torch?
You know what would be super helpful right now?
Huh.
Putty.
Which putty?
Just any
No matter
putty.
what putty it is, it's a jackass.
You know what we could use in lieu of putty? Snow.
Wouldn't it melt in the meantime?
I mean, I don't know. Ken just hates me. Or
As you
could
go get the snow.
You could get a piece of bread. Bread works like putty.
Yeah, but bread's like this.
Right.
Yeah, try
if
it.
it compresses all the way, then you know it's touching. So in theory, when I close this hood, if it doesn't really squish the small parts of the bread.
Well, even if it does squish the small part,
Just try it.
Make sure you get this though.
I will get this, don't you worry. Whoa, it's not even touched.
This?
No.
This is the closest here.
Yeah, this is,
That didn't touch. This barely touched.
And it's right here.
This. So the closest is right here.
Which is the divoted part of the hood.
Go that way with it.
Good thing you have a leaf blower to get all the bread remnants off.
Mine clears without any modification. It's a fucking sweet.
Everything we went through.
It
I
barely.
would say that is clearing.
Yeah,
Wait.
Oh, I won't touch it.
Let me see. Can this be our thumbnail?
It's fine.
Try again.
Yeah. That's odd.
Is the battery dead? Or is it dying?
Alright, Ken, what have we successfully done?
Kind of successfully installed a Cobra Jet on an 18. So we put the UPR adjustable motor mounts in, pain in the butt. A lot of people were saying that you would need hood modification, but for some reason on my car it seems to clear fine. So we're just gonna leave the liner and not do anything to the hood, since it seems to be a-okay there.
And it passed the bread test.
Yeah. Try that at home. And then everything went fine. I mean, fuel rail went on fine. We got a JMS converter box for the throttle body, so
That wire that kind of goes off there.
yeah.
We just tucked it into the battery compartment.
The OEM one is digital, right?
Yeah.
And this one's analog.
Yep.
So it needed a converter box to run the monoblade. And it's just a Ford racing monoblade that's used on GT500s. And then we have the JLT intake that's from a 12 or 11 through 14 5-liter for a Cobra Jet. But yeah, we just need like a cone filter.
What airbox is this?
Oh yeah, and the airbox itself is from 2018 JLT, but we think it's gonna work. We're also gonna need the mass airflow sensor extension cable, just because it's gonna run into the way of the filter when that goes on. But overall, it wasn't too difficult. The hardest part was just the motor mounts, which, as we said before, we don't recommend installing after you have long tubes put on your car, because don't even mess with it, just lower the K member. I mean, that's just going to be the easiest way right off the bat, rather than wasting your time. once we get the final pieces together, we can send it off for tuning, and we'll see. It's going back on 85. It was on 93 because I took it to the dealership because mine has a ticking. They didn't do anything. They literally just said blow it up and it'd be easier to warranty. So I said okay, and ordered a bunch of parts. So yeah, we're just gonna finish everything up and get it tuned, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully 500.
Okay.
No promises. Yay.
Alright. Next time you see this car, it'll be on the dyno at the shop.